If you mess up this intro, I will turn this car around. Oh, I didn't notice you there. Ahoy hoy. It's episode 236 of Club Kayfabe Wrestletalk. A preview extravaganza. I'm Dan, that's Chris.
You could say that again. Hi guys, this is Glenn.
And you get a preview, and you get a preview, and you over there, you get a preview too.
Yeah, we have a lot of crap to preview. Holy crap, do we have a lot of stuff to preview.
And by
this
crap,
is a big
we
weekend
mean
for wrestling.
Really good wrestling.
Actually, yeah, this is a really good weekend for wrestling. We have a takeover, we have the Royal Rumble, and we have New Japan New Beginning. The two-night show.
The Sapporo
in
two
Sapporo.
2 nights of Sapporo.
So when you wake up in the morning tomorrow, you watch that, and then later that night, NXT TakeOver. Sunday, you watch some New Japan when you wake up, and then you watch the Royal Rumble for the rest of the day, because it's 6 fucking hours.
Yeah, that's a fact.
All right, so we're going to kick things off with Saturday. This is the Saturday card. We have the first match, 20-minute time limit, which is best of 7 series second match between Michael Elgin and Katsuya Kitamura.
It's actually, he's facing different people every match.
Yes.
He's facing Juice on the second show.
It's kind of like his endurance match.
Yeah.
Or his endurance series, rather.
Yeah.
Cause
if he does well in this, he's no longer a young boy.
Correct. And we'll talk about another young boy a little later.
Well, I'm kind of rooting for him, but I also feel like Michael Elgin's going to eat him.
He doesn't have to win. All he has to do is put a good showing out. And I don't think he's going to beat any of the people he's going to be up against. But I think he's going to put a show.
All right. Second match is a 10-man tag. Kushida, Tiger Mask, Jushin Thunder Liger, Manabu Nakanishi, love Japanese names, and Horiyosho Tenzan. And they're taking on the team of Taka Michinoku, El Desperado, Taichi, Yoshinobu Kanimura, I hope I said that right, and Takashi
Iizuka.
Is that what it is? Iizuka?
Yep.
2 eyes?
Yeah, it's 2 eyes.
Don't
fuck his name
otherwise,
up. Because he will kill
otherwise
you.
known as Suzuki-gun.
Yeah.
Because they will murder you.
Oh, God. God, the Yakuza's at the door. Shit. Shite. Yes. So, that's a match that's going to happen. Doesn't really matter who goes over here.
Kojima's hurt, right? He's got like an ACL tear or something like that.
Yeah, that was actually reported earlier this week. Kojima, he ruptured his left ACL and he had to be pulled from all upcoming cards because there is no timetable for his return.
And that's why Tenzin's mixed in with all those other people.
Correct.
This will be entertaining, though.
They're always good.
Without a doubt.
Well, every New Japan show is good.
And every few of them, you'll get 2 guys fight after the match, and that's going to be your next feud at the next big show.
Yeah, and chances are it's going to be... I know Kushida is really high on the New Japan card these days. And I know he's been feuding with a lot of members of Suzuki-gun, so I wouldn't be surprised to see, like...
Him get attacked after them.
Yeah, Kushida and Taka do something, or El Desperado, could be Taichi, could be any of them. They're all in his weight class with the exception of Iizuka.
And just remember, even the bad New Japan shows are probably still the best wrestling you're going to see that week.
Agreed.
All right, Toru Yano and Tomohiro Ishii, which is a friggin' team that I love.
They won the freaking tag league a couple years ago.
Yep.
They're taking on Yujiro Takahashi and Chase Owens.
2 members of the Bullet Club.
That's going to be a good one.
You mean the 2 guys that eat pins for the Bullet Club?
Yeah, I want to see Yano and Ishii go over though, because I'm a fan of them.
That's probably who will go
That's
over
probably who will
because
go over too. Yeah.
they're also very high on Ishii and Yano.
Yeah.
We have the never openweight 6-man tag team championship up for grabs. The challengers, Raisuke Taguchi. These are kind of difficult names here. Toa Hinare and Makabe. Ogi Makabe. That's a fun one. And they're going up against the champs, Loa Tonga and Fale.
Yep, and Bullet Club will be winning this match.
No doubt. We have 30-minute time limit on our next 6-man tag. David Finlay, Juice Robinson, and Kota Ibushi taking on The Villain, Marty Scurll, Hangman Page, and Cody, last name redacted.
This could go either way, but chances are this is going to Bullet Club because
I was going to say, I think the heels are definitely winning this one.
Because I think they're planning on putting Ibushi and Cody in a feud. They've been working on it, and now it's a longer term thing.
Get it to go to Dominion.
Yep, that would be my guess.
All right. Orumo Takahashi and Glenn's boy, Tetsuya Naito.
They're all Glenn's boys.
Yeah. Taking on Will Ospreay and Yoshihashi.
And there is no way LIJ loses this match.
Nope. That one was easy. And then we have...
Yoshihashi's trying to make a name for himself, and Naito's having none of it.
You guys are more of the New Japan experts here. How often does Gato actually compete?
Just about every night when there's multi-man matches.
Okay.
Yeah, if the card is like this, where it's like all big tag matches and then like 1 or 2 title matches at the end, he will work one of the big tags.
Okay. Now, does Jado still wrestle?
Less often
occasionally.
Than
Gato. Okay.
Because Jado is like in charge of like every minute decision kind of thing.
Yeah.
Right.
I think Gato's usually just like the he's like head of talent, and Jado is like the booker.
Correct.
He's the booker man.
Yeah.
And when there's big decisions to be made, they're both involved.
There you go.
It's so crazy because those guys were like the definition of independent wrestlers in Japan for a very long time. For like 20 years,
Mm-hmm.
they wouldn't sign for more than 6 months anywhere, and they've been in charge of New Japan Pro Wrestling for 5 years now.
Well,
they worked Mexico.
You know,
they worked everywhere. They came here. They worked at ECW. They did.
The people who own New Japan, they basically threw the book at them and said, "Here, we'll give you anything you want."
I mean, like getting John Gruden to coach the Raiders again.
Basically, yeah. Basically, exactly like that.
Yeah. So Jado is wrestling. He's teaming up with Goto and Okada. Take on Bushi, Evil, and Sonata.
This one can go either way.
Because one has the world champ, the other has the tag champs.
If
Yeah.
LIJ wins, it's because they pin Gato. If Chaos wins, it's because Okada takes down, I would imagine, Bushi. Because I don't see Okada taking down Sonata since that's his upcoming one-on-one opponent. And Evil's not going to be taking a pin by any of these guys anytime soon.
Right.
So Bushi's been kind of the fall man for LIJ as of late.
Which is
But
just
yeah,
fun.
I could also see Jado taking the fall too.
He takes a good amount of them.
He does it, but he's such an established guy in like Japanese wrestling, and like, he doesn't need wins anymore.
Oh no! And Don Callis is always riding him about being the basically stealing money from Okada. It's like all he does is go out there and steal his money. It's like I don't know why
he doesn't really interfere or anything. He just shows up at the end of the show and yells Rainmaker for 5 minutes.
All right, Show and Yell and Jay White against the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega.
I have to imagine this goes to Omega and the Bucks.
I kind of feel like it has to go that way. I don't know why. Maybe it's just because Jay White's on that team, and I feel like they're building him, but he's still taking a lot of falls.
There's a very good chance Jay White becomes U.S. champion when he faces
So do
Omega.
you think that he'll get a pinfall over Omega now to help build his momentum?
Well,
No.
that title match is the next day, so.
Yeah, I have a feeling.
As a matter of fact,
Jay
and
White,
Show and Yo are facing the Young Bucks the next day as well. So.
I have a feeling that Bullet Club wins this match, and the following day, more than likely the Young Bucks are going to retain. I wouldn't be surprised to see Omega lose that title.
Okay, that's fair. And then what about for the Intercontinental Championship?
It's your main event.
I've got to pick Suzuki here.
You think Suzuki's going to get the title?
I think Suzuki's getting the title because I think Tanahashi is legitimately taking time off.
Probably the rest of the year, almost.
He absolutely needs it. His body is thrashed.
Well, I'll tell you, Fire Pro Wrestling World says Tanahashi retains, but it takes 3 high-fly flows to get the job done.
I would be surprised if he retains. If he retains, then they're playing up his injuries worse than they are. But he definitely looks like he's laboring out there.
All right, don't read the comments. Don't read the comments. Don't read the comments.
Nope. I don't read the comments.
First thing is, this will be better than Royal Rumble. Well, New Japan is better. It's a fact. I think you need to look up the definition of fact. God, I fucking hate Mark Sonder. No offense to you guys listening to this podcast.
But
Bunch of
I
fucking
won't.
marks.
I won't necessarily disagree because chances are these 2 cards, Saturday and Sunday, are probably going to be better than Rumble.
Possibility. That's still not the point. It just that stuff irks me. It really does.
Oh, it is a thing.
Some of that shit just needs to knock it the hell off. All right, let's move on to the next event that you will watch if you watch it in chronological order here.
Which
and that will be TakeOver Philadelphia.
Yeah.
5 matches announced, plus the stuff that they're going to tape beforehand. I know there's a Roddy Strong Tyler Bate match, which you know is going to be good.
That's going to be
And I
for
forget
a
what the
title
other
shot.
match-
That's for a title shot for the UK title.
Yeah,
And that's going to be aired on Wednesday, I bet, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
And I forgot there's one other match that they said they were gonna do, and I don't remember what that was. But the confirmed matches we have are Velveteen Dream versus Cassius Ohno.
And Dream will go over here.
Dream is definitely going over. They're
Well,
pushing
Fire
him
Pro
hard.
disagrees. Oh, but they did a big expose documentary about Cassius Ohno that Joe just posted a couple hours ago, and I watched it, and it's really good. And it's one of those get to know this guy because we're about to push the fuck out of him.
Yeah, they've also started doing, like little back vignettes for Velveteen Dream too, while he's working out, getting ready.
Being fabulous.
The man is no joke when he's in the gym.
I got a question about that Cassius Ohno piece. Is JT Dunn in it at all?
No,
God damn.
I don't think so. But Rachel
they were
Evers is in it
taxing
because they're
for a
dating,
while.
apparently.
Oh.
Who's
Yeah,
in it?
Rachel Evers.
Oh, really?
Yeah, apparently they're dating.
Undisputed Era is defending the tag titles against the Authors of Pain.
Undisputed Era retain.
Well, Authors of Pain are supposed to be main roster bound, so
Yeah.
I'm going to say Undisputed Era is keeping those belts.
Well, Fire Pro World agrees. Undisputed Era wins.
All right. Ember Moon and Shayna Baszler.
I know my personal opinion would say Ember Moon retains, but I think Shayna Baszler's getting the title.
I think Shayna Baszler is getting the title too.
I mean,
I think
it
they're
makes
going to
sense.
push her hard.
And then Ember Moon can do the Women's Rumble
Yep.
because there's 12 spots open.
And they haven't
Yeah.
announced any NXT people into the Rumble, even though they were supposed to add like 8 men and 6 women or
Last
7
I
women.
looked, there was 17 men and 18 women announced.
Well,
So-
here's the thing, guys. Don't forget, we're recording on a Friday night. There's still all day tomorrow for them to announce a shit ton of stuff.
And including until we're having dinner on Sunday.
I mean, they announced Roman Reigns in the Rumble via a friggin' conference call.
Well, right, but realistically, I would have thought, this past week or this past Wednesday that they probably would have said, okay, and you're going into the Rumble, and you're going to the Rumble, or at least give us some people, not necessarily all of them, make some of them a surprise, but they didn't give us anybody.
But I'm glad. I kind of want them to leave all those spots blank and just let us be surprised. I like it better that way.
I'm not against it. I just find it weird that there's so many blank spots. Normally, we don't have this many blanks.
Well,
Anyway.
we'll get to that soon.
Fire Pro
I'm
says Ember
against-
Moon wins, though, so.
Yeah, well, that's good. I'm against Shayna Baszler winning this title so quickly, but I have a feeling they're going to push
Did
that
Ember
shit
Moon
out of her.
even have a defense?
No.
Maybe TV defense.
Mm,
Not like a big defense yet.
maybe she did have one.
She won it at the last takeover, so
She
had the four way.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 months
She
ago.
had a match against somebody. I don't remember if it was for the title or not.
I don't know. I remember.
But all I know is from what I've heard, they're basically going to be Baszler as the next Asuka. So that's what makes me think that that's changing hands.
All right, here's the match I'm probably most looking forward to.
Oh yes.
Aleister Black versus Adam Cole, baby. And it's Extreme Rules, so anything goes. And we're in Philly, so there's going to be ECW chants up the ass.
And guess what?
Yeah.
Everything, not enough everything's going to go to make them happy.
But this is probably going to be the best match.
Probably, yeah. And my pick is going to be Aleister Black.
I'm going to disagree, and I'm going to say Adam Cole because he hasn't gotten his Duke against Black yet, and I think he's going to use Extreme Rule stipulation to do that.
And he may. He may.
I mean, it's already been shown that Black has a chink in the armor because Gargano did pin him in the four-way.
After he got beaten
Yeah,
by four
his
people.
chink in the armor is freaking Red Dragon attacking him.
Yeah.
Which, it depends how far apart those matches are and how badly they get beat up.
And of course, that takes us to the main event, which is Johnny Wrestling going after Andrade Cien Almas in the NXT Championship.
But Fire Pro said Adam Cole.
I'm going to say
Okay.
almost retains.
And here's the thing. Well, what does Fire Pro say about this match?
Fire Pro says that Johnny wins because Candace shows up.
That's awesome. I'd mark out for that. Now, instinctively, I would say that Gargano is going to lose because I feel like they're just throwing him in there to have a good match. But
As they're waiting
there's
for
two
Ciampa.
factors. There's two factors that are making me kind of tilt my head at this one. One is the fact that while they've done a good job with the Zelina Vega promos, they haven't done jack with CN Almas.
Right. But check this out. Rumors are Ciampa is ready to return.
Okay, well that would be
So
the
Johnny
other
wins and
factor.
Ciampa attacks.
No.
Or Ciampa
Almost wins because Ciampa distracts Gargano.
or attacks him or something. I could see that. But there's one other factor that makes me think Gargano could pull this off, and that literally is the Fatal 4-Way. Because he was the one person nobody called going in. He was the guy that people were like, oh, they threw him in there so they can have somebody who can work well. Because as good as Black is, he needs to work with good people, too. And Lars Sullivan wasn't going to pull him to a great match. And Killian Dane, again, big guy, but kind of needs people to work with, so they threw in a guy who works real well. And they won the damn thing.
Because if Gargano doesn't have his Ciampa thing coming up, because that's going to be a thing, then he's supposedly 205 bound already. So
Johnny needs his Ciampa.
yeah,
I don't know what that means, but Johnny needs his Ciampa.
But also, like, are we gonna have 2 transitional champions who have won the title at the last takeover and just lose it at the next one?
yeah, I
No.
don't think so.
Because I mean, we did. Drew. Did Drew even have a successful defense? He just lost it right away, right?
He lost it right away because of the injury, but he was also supposed to lose it, from what I understand.
Yeah. So
Because they were supposedly hot-shotting him to main roster.
womp
See
womp.
how well that worked out. I want my damn 3MB reunion.
No.
All right. Well, if anything's going to compete with New Japan, this is the show.
Agreed.
Speaking of New Japan, we have to go to day 2, Sapporo.
Yeah. For the
All
third
right.
match of the Best in 7 series.
Now, Kitamura is taking on Juice Robinson.
Which should be a good match.
He might win this one, actually.
I don't think so.
You think they're going to push Juice over him?
I think Juice is going to go over.
I like this storyline, though. That's a good way to utilize a young lion.
And it's funny, like, you look at some of the young lions and you're like, yeah, they're definitely young lions. They look like they're just young boys.
Yeah.
You look at Kitamura and you're like, how in the bloody fuck is he a young lion?
Maybe he just started late.
Well, I don't even know how old he is. He may very well be young, and he's just built like a fucking Mack truck.
Got me.
Dude's a beast.
I'm gonna look him up right now, and we're gonna find out
That's
how
what
old
I'm
he
doing. Oh, he
is.
is
Okay, well then
older.
I'll let Dan do that.
Fine.
While Dan is getting
He
us
is
the...
32, so yeah, he started.
Oh shoot, he's younger
He was
than me.
born almost on my birthday.
Wow.
14th of December, 1985.
Damn.
Still missed it by 2 years.
Oh shit. Okay, he was an amateur wrestler, and he did well, but then he got busted for using the roids.
Oh.
It is always a good time to use the Price is Right loose. Always.
Hey, as long as he's keeping his shit clean now, then so be it.
All right. We got another 8-man here. Taka Michinoku, El Desperado, Tai Chi, and Imura against, don't know this name, Sayota Yumino. And then Taguchi, Tiger Mask, and Liger.
Which Suzuki-gun will take this one too.
Yep. All right, Yano and Ishii. This time they're taking on Hikuleo and Takahashi. Takahashi Yujiro.
And this will go to Chaos.
I'll agree with that.
Because basically, Leo there, he's technically a young lion, but he's not because he's under the Bullet Club moniker. So
He's Bullet Club young boy.
yeah.
Like Cody Hall was at one point. And...
Yeah. Speaking of Bullet Club, I think they're going to win the next match.
Yeah, probably.
It's Chase Owens, Loa Tonga, and Fale against Henry, Nakamichi, Tenzin, and Makabe.
Nakanishi.
We have Michael Elgin teaming up
But
with
are we going to get a
Tanahashi.
5 count on one of these Chase Owens matches this week?
Maybe.
Probably.
And Iizuka and Suzuki are their opponent. Elgin and Tanahashi. That's a good team. I like that team. I like that team a lot, actually.
If Suzuki wins the belt here, and you've already gotten a weekend Tanahashi, then
Just go pick the
Suzuki-gun wins. Yeah.
Do you think Tanahashi will come to the ring alone?
Yes. Well, it'll be Tanahashi. Tanahashi and Elgin will come out together. And he's had his issues with Iizuka since since Wrestle Kingdom. Actually, no, it was probably before Wrestle Kingdom. He got iron gloved in the head.
Was that in Tag League?
It might have been Tag League, actually. Yeah, Iizuka just utterly beat the crap out of him with his iron glove. And then obviously we know the night before you have Tanahashi and Suzuki, and they're gonna beat the holy hell out of each other. So
Right.
yeah. One of them's gonna be picking bones. It's just a matter of who.
All right, how about Kushida, Finlay, and Ibushi taking Hangman Page, Cody, and Scurll?
Is that the same match as the day before?
Not the same match.
No, because they were involved in an 8-man the night before.
Yeah.
David Finlay's the weak link here.
Poor David Finlay. And I like him too.
I do too. He's a good performer, but he's definitely the weak link here.
He's still the most recent young of boys.
Yes.
The most recent young of boys. Oh, that's one way to put it.
Boys of the youth.
All right, check out this freaking match here. Look at all the star power you got in this one.
Yeah.
Holy crap. All right, so we have Gato, Will Ospreay, Yoshihashi, Haruki Goto, and Okada. Right? That's one team.
So that's two
The other
champions.
Yeah.
on that team.
Then you have Bushi, Hiromu Takahashi, Glenn's boy, and then Evil and Sonata.
They're all Glenn's boys.
Yeah, forget the young boys. These are Glenn's boys.
Shut up. So I'm an LIJ fan. Deal with it.
They're part
Los
of the
Estupidos Idiotas de Jericho.
The Kukan clan has spoken.
Well, nice knowing you guys.
What? I said the Kukan clan. They're your boys.
Yeah.
What? Who's... Well, there's no double entendre there at all, along with all of it.
There was always a long-standing joke with the Kukan clan, but we'll...
Well, the only
All
thing
you
worse than your
listeners laughing-
Kukan clan is your brother's Kukan clan.
All of you listeners that are laughing right now, knock it off. Except for Dens.
You can laugh.
Dens, you can laugh because I'm laughing at you.
Oh, dang.
Hashtag shut up, Dens.
Hashtag don't listen to the show anyway.
Hashtag microphone, get a new one.
It's been like nearly 5 years. I mean, we've been going for 5 years. So it's been like 4.5 since that.
Worst episode ever. Yeah, I don't really care who wins this one.
I could see this one going either way.
Well, so one side has the tag champs, the other side has the heavyweight champ and the never open weight champ.
Yep.
Go both ways.
Well,
like
actually,
That was the joke.
Will Ospreay is also the junior heavyweight champ.
Oh yeah, he actually finally beat Marty Scurll.
However, Takahashi's probably taking it from him. So.
And I would discuss the last two matches, but we already did that. So we already did that on day one.
So Young Bucks over Show and Yo.
Yeah.
And
So
Jay
says
White,
Fire
is
Bro.
U.S. champ.
Jay White over Omega.
Oh man, the finish
I'll
to the
Jay
Jay
White
White match was
champ.
great in Fire Pro, because he got hit with the One Wing Angel, and he kicked out at the last possible second, and then he hit the Blade Runner and won. It was freaking awesome.
Nice. That's pretty cool.
Yep.
Pretty cool. All right, another great show. Now we move on to show number 4.
Okay, now this show has 4 non-Rumble matches announced. They're all title matches. I fully expect up to 5 more matches being added to this show.
Correct, because they had 2 other matches that were being promoted for this show that had been removed.
Correct.
Like
So here-
up to 5 more matches. I'm predicting.
So the first thing I'm going to predict, because we've got 3 pre-show matches, is that one of the pre-show matches is going to air in the hour in front of less than 25% of the audience. Because they have literally done that at all of the big 4 pay-per-views.
You know why? Because it's 5 p.m. when the pre-show is going to start.
And I would guess that it's going to be the cruiserweight match.
I don't know about that, but yeah, 6-man cruiserweight action. Kalisto, Lince Dorado, and Gran Metalik. So Team Mask Luchadors,
Yep.
pretty much.
And that's exactly what
Versus-
they've been running with.
Versus TJP, Drew Gulak, and Gentleman Jack Gallagher. A team where I literally like all of them. I don't have a dog in the fight at all. But I'm going to have to go with my instincts and root for the better gimmick team. No offense to the Masked Luchadors, because I love the Masked Luchadors.
This
But
match was added?
Drew Gulak is like my favorite thing in the Cruiserweight division right
Well,
now.
here's my issue.
Oh,
And
okay.
the reason why I think the Luchadors are going to win. TJP is on a long-ass losing streak, and he can't work together with anybody. That's been his running theme lately. Jack Gallagher has been kind of lost without Brian Kendrick around. And
Is Kendrick
Drew Gulak-
hurt? Or...
Kendrick's got a broken orbital socket
Ouch.
Wow.
or a broken nose or something like that. He took a bad go to sleep.
He's got a broken spirit.
Oh, yeah, okay, that. Well, they added 3 matches between when I checked earlier today and when we started recording.
And then Drew Gulak is kind of up in the wind right now because there's no more Zo Train. So,
Well, guess what? That is why I think that team's going to go over.
yeah, nope, it's going to be the Luchadors.
If it's the opening match, it'll be the Luchadors. All right. We get the Revival, say yeah, versus the Balor Club. And there no way Revival's going over here because they got the...
Yeah, they're in the doghouse.
But I still expect that whatever time they're given, we're going to get a good match out of this.
Oh, sure. The Revival will do, I truly believe this, the Revival are going to do everything they can do to get back in the good graces. They're going to put on good matches. They're not going to bitch, moan, and complain. They're going to just do their job, and hopefully everything kind of blows over.
They're going
I
to do their
understand.
job. You're right about that. They're definitely going to do their job.
Job's done.
I understand that they're viewed by Vince as injury prone and
Well,
because of the pro wrestler comment.
yeah,
you know,
the
I get
freaking PW word. Get the hell out of here with that
But-
crap.
it's
It's not a good reason to have heat in the locker room.
the injury
Sorry.
thing was just a bad throw of the dice. I mean,
I
it
agree with- I
can
agree
happen to anybody.
I absolutely agree with that.
I mean, hell, look, they were just pushing Hardy real hard, and Jeff, blew out his shoulder. You know,
All right. And then we have an U.S. title open challenge, and I don't think we have to take a guess as to who's going to answer this. It's going to be Dolph Ziggler.
that was
almost
my
here.
guess too.
Almost guaranteed, because I think that's what they were building towards. Because he's still working the house shows. It's not like he's gone. He's been working house shows.
He's just
So
been
I'm-
off of TV.
I predict Bobby Roode takes on Dolph Ziggler. They have a great match. I actually think Ziggler will win the title back.
And then vacated again.
I don't think he's going to vacate it again, but I think he's definitely going to win it back. If it's Ziggler, I think he's going to go. And
I would love that. Would be the funniest thing. He wins it, lays it back down the middle of the ring, walks out again.
I would lull. But I definitely think those two guys will end up in the wrong.
There's a good chance of that, and we'll talk about that a little later.
I know Chris doesn't like people double dipping in the Rumble.
And there,
I don't
there's-
like too much. I don't like too much double dipping.
I think
I
we're
like
gonna
it.
have
I
quite a-
think if you're a top guy, you deserve to be in the Rumble. It doesn't matter. I don't care if you had an Intercontinental title match earlier in the night. If you're a top 30 guy, you should be in the Rumble.
I think there's going to be quite a few double dippers.
The main reason why I usually don't like it is because they have to sell their series from earlier. So I already know they're not winning.
True.
But
Yeah,
let's
well,
talk
guess
about
what?
the
29
actual...
other people aren't winning either. So.
Oh, true. Yeah. All right. So let's talk about the actual matches on the card. Let's do what I think is going to open, which will be the women's Royal Rumble.
That's what I believe as well.
That would be the best bet.
You got to
Okay,
bookend it
so-
because if they're too close, it's just like, oh, they went
Yeah.
over the top rope.
Now, is everybody kind of riding on the protect Asuka? She's going to win the first women's Rumble, or do we think this is where she's going to get thrown out and actually establish somebody new?
My guess, and this is literally just a guess, I believe Asuka is winning this. Because the other thing going around that everybody's talking about, is still Rousey saying, she's denied being part of the Rumble. She's supposedly going to be in Argentina or somewhere in South America shooting a movie.
Okay.
But we don't know. And there's a lot of rumors that she's going to join there and she's going to win. I don't personally believe that. I really do believe that Asuka is winning this.
As long as Stephanie doesn't actually get into the ring and just stays on commentary.
Well,
That's still not good enough.
there's messages about that too. Chances are that she's going to be at the announce table, and she's going to be one of the people who ends up walking into the ring.
Well, she better not win it. That's all I'm saying.
I don't
agree
even
with
want
that.
her on screen.
I don't even want her on the commentary table. So
It's
All right,
it's
so-
legit put a dampener on that match for me.
who do you think will be some of the surprises?
Trish,
Trish, because Trish wants to be in this.
yes.
I know they've talked to Michelle McCool and she appeared.
Yep.
On Raw 25. I did notice Molly Holly wasn't at Raw 25, so I don't know if that means she denied her invitation, but I know that was somebody they reached out to. But I feel like that was the good hint right there. Bella Twins, Kelly. I don't think Terry Runnels will be in it because I don't think she can go over the top rope.
I don't even think Jacqueline will be in it.
I don't think Jacqueline will be in it either.
I wouldn't be surprised to see Lita do it.
I really don't want Lita to do it. I don't think she. I don't want to see her.
She
I don't want to
wasn't
see her
invited.
take a bump.
She wasn't invited to Raw 25. I don't know if I don't know what the story is, but I wouldn't be surprised if she ended up being a surprise entrant.
If Victoria shows up, I'm gonna lose my mind.
As
That's
long
been a
as she's
rumor.
managed to keep herself in shape, because I
still
know
works. She still works indies.
I haven't heard that she's been working in years. I've heard that she's been doing her actual day job, running her deli or something.
I don't know. You never know.
I think she runs. A
You know
deli.
who's not gonna win? Foxy.
Yeah.
Jesus. I'm interested in seeing who they decide to start the match.
I was thinking about that too. I was thinking about like a work on each show, and I was predicting. I actually predicted Sasha and Becky.
You got to have your Tito Santana and Bret Hart start the match off, bro.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was Bailey who started.
And then is eliminated first because she's got the
Possibly.
heat.
And does
No, she doesn't
and
have
does-
heat.
and like
She's got
who
the
goes
wins.
deep and who gets the most eliminations, and I mean it's gonna be Tamina and Nia Jax, but
Yeah, and Asuka.
because they have to remind you that Tamina's big too.
Yeah, they try to make a they try to make a point.
Tamina and Nia are gonna have a spot. That's for sure. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if Tamina's elimination comes.
Yeah.
Then Oscar eliminates both of them.
Oh my God! If
Oh, they're
Asuka
fighting near the
eliminates both of
ropes,
them,
and she just kicks one of them in the head, and the other one just rams into the other one. And they go flying over.
I just hope none of the girls really struggle to get over. Looking at you, Lana.
I think the only person who may struggle would be Lana. I think everybody else can do this no problem.
Oh, and speaking of, you guys all know my wife and I watch Total Divas, guilty pleasure. The show I've officially found somebody I hate. Well, first the show made me hate Eva Marie just because she was a piece of shit. Sorry, Chev. She doesn't care about the business. Then my least favorite person in all of wrestling became Cameron. In fact, Cameron I think is my least favorite person in the history of the wrestling business. Honestly, like legit. But the show made me dislike two people that I previously liked. One was Nikki Bella, because I can't stand her real life personality. But Lana, oh my god, this show has made me hate Lana. Like want to punch her in the face. Not to the Cameron extent, but
Meanwhile, you love her husband.
oh my god, he's the best. He's the best. And he's freaking hilarious on the show.
Oh.
He's just barbecuing naked to be an asshole.
Like I said, watch all the up, down, down stuff. He's hilarious on there.
Dude, he's freaking awesome. It's Rusev Day every day.
Oh,
Yeah, I hope
and
you're
by
having
the
a
way,
happy Rusev Day.
for the record, Baron Corbin, like, I know he really, really sucks in the ring, but holy fuck, is that dude funny?
Oh, I don't believe you at all. I have to watch that.
Up, down, down. Watched him playing Nograk or whatever the fuck it's called. It's an old like 8-bit looking game, or even less really. There's been a series of them. I think Xavier's.
I can't see Baron Corbin playing a video game.
Oh, he's actually pretty good at them.
They play Nidhogg.
Nidhogg, that's it.
Nidhogg.
I like AJ Styles raging when he loses at games. That's the best.
So check out the 4-part series of that, or I think it's 4 parts. He appears.
Glenn.
Yes.
Glenn, stop trying to make me like Baron Corbin.
Hey, I'm just letting you know.
No.
Stop trying to make Baron Corbin happen. It's not going to happen.
It's like fetch. It's not going to happen.
And if you want some more enjoyment, watch the 6 Days of Smashing with AJ.
All right.
He did them for Christmas.
All right. So let's call it. Who do you think is going to win the Royal Rumble? Dan?
Oscar.
Glenn.
Asuka.
Yeah, I'm going to say Asuka too. Who would you like to see win the first women's?
Oscar.
That was easy. Glenn?
Also Asuka.
All right. Well, I'm not even going to say mine because you already all know who it is.
Fire Pro
Yeah,
said
Sasha
Oscar
Banks.
as well.
Did it really?
Yeah.
That's
With Karma being the last elimination.
yeah, that's a possibility too.
Now, I will say, if the card had not changed, my opinion may vary a little bit, and I might have said Paige, but
Yeah, that's true. No, I'll always take Sasha number, even though I don't think she's. I'm not even sure she's going to be in the final 4.
She's going to be one of those womp womps.
Yeah,
she's going to be one of the victims of Nia Jax.
probably. Ugh. All right.
Or
2
worse,
out of 3
Tamina.
falls. 2 out of 3 falls match. SmackDown Tag Team Championship. The Usos are going to defend against Gable and Benjamin. 2 out of 3 falls.
Also known as American Beta.
God. that's
Also
funny.
known as, you got a DUI.
So
We'll take your belt,
yeah,
please.
I
You
have
can't
a feeling
play in the
that this
XFL
is-
because you have a DUI.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think this is Gable and Benjamin's time to shine.
I believe it is as well.
But how bad is the punishment going to be? They going to
No,
lose 2
I think
straight?
it'll go. No, I think they're going to go.
You think
Well, they
Usos are going to win the first fall and then
They may lose the next 2,
lose the next 2?
but
Yeah.
I think it is going to go to the 3rd fall for sure.
What's funny is that really Gable and Benjamin are playing the heels in this.
Oh, they very much are. The Usos are so over with the crowd that even while trying to make them heel, they couldn't make
It's
it
not
happen.
really working.
Yeah.
All right. How about the other tag team championship with Cesaro and Sheamus versus? God, what beta would this be? This is
Master
an American beta. No, this is the real chink in the
This is
shield.
burn it down.
God, I want Cesaro and Sheamus to win so badly because I am so done with the Jason Jordan experiment at this point.
There's a good chance the bar wins here because it is going to set up for Jason Jordan and Seth Rollins to have their thing at Mania.
Really? That's what they're going
Yeah.
to
Or
do?
no, sorry, not Mania.
Fastlane,
Elimination Chamber.
or
Or Fastlane. Whichever the next Raw show is.
I don't even know which one the next one.
Let's
is.
find out what the next Raw show is.
There you go.
I will do it. You
It's either
continue talking.
It's either Elimination Chamber or Fastlane. I can't remember which.
We've got Elimination
It's
Chamber.
It's not Fastlane. Dan, what's it called?
Elimination Chamber is a Raw show this year.
There you go.
They're getting the chamber.
Then that's
And
where it's going to be.
So Dan, what show does SmackDown get then?
That would be Fastlane. Vroom, vroom, vroom.
Vroom, vroom. with the fake driving wheel.
I did not do that because I am actively going through Wikipedia. So,
but yeah, Jason Jordan's definitely heel turning, and it may very well happen even during this match or right after the match. Full blown
heel.
Fastlane in Columbus, Ohio.
And then Kurt will come out and be like, dude, what the fuck? And then Jason Jordan will level him or something.
Yeah, lame. All right, handicap match, WWE Championship.
Oh, and then JBL shows up and he says, Jason Jordan is not your son. Jason Jordan is Finley's son.
All right, so Styles, Owens, and Zayn. This is an interesting one with the handicap stipulation.
Yeah, WWE, I don't believe that they'll taint the WWE title with co-champions.
No,
So,
AJ's gonna win. But it's how he's gonna go over that's gonna be interesting.
I
It's
think
gonna be Shane McMahon comes out and beats the fuck out of one of them.
I think he's gonna do exactly what he said he's gonna do. He's just gonna. Well, okay, wait. Rumors are Kevin Owens is hurt, so there's a good chance that Owens gets taken out of the match early, and then it's just AJ and Sammy, and
he takes a big bump and.
Oh, because I was gonna say I would predict that Owens and Sammy would end up in the Rumble then.
Owens may be in the Rumble as well. I believe he's actually listed in top odds, but he's from what the reports are saying, he's working through an injury. It's really nothing to worry about, but it is something that's annoying to him. So they may treat him with kid gloves.
Take it a little easy.
Yeah.
Well, Fire Pro has KO beating the shit at AJ and then Sammy getting the pin.
I would love to see Sammy as champion, though.
Yeah, I just don't. I can't believe for one. If this were the Universal title, I could totally see that happening.
Yeah, I went back and watched a whole bunch of Cornette shoots where he talks about working with Steen and Generico and just how freaking difficult they were. I'm like, oh, yeah, I guess that makes these Heat stories make a lot more sense.
But given this is the WWE title and it's never had a co-ownership, I don't see that happening.
Yeah. We'll play it safe. Now, the triple threat. I know what I think is going to happen. And that's going to be friggin' Brock's going to retain by Kane. What I want to happen, though, is for friggin' Braun Strowman to be the champion already.
I would love to see Strowman win this match, but it's not going to happen. Lesnar's going to retain so that they can set up the winner of the 2018 Royal Rumble match for WrestleMania.
All right, here's the thing. I don't think Roman's going to win the Rumble.
Oh, that's not what the rumors are saying.
Because here's the thing. If Roman wins the Rumble, Roman doesn't have to win the Rumble to get the title shot. That's that unfortunate thing where the person gets out of the Rumble. Like, yes, they're not going to win, and then they get the title shot anyway.
That's only if a SmackDown person wins, though.
Well?
I don't think a SmackDown person is winning, nor do the Vegas odds.
Well, but they've got Daniel Bryan as a high odd.
Not anymore.
Oh, that dropped off?
He dropped significantly 3 days ago.
Of course he did.
And we'll talk about those odds later. I have them written down.
All right. I still want to see Shinsuke Nakamura get the win, but I'm also holding out hope that he doesn't have to win the Rumble to get a match with AJ.
Yeah, unfortunately, that means it's probably going to be a non-title match, but, whatever. You take it.
Oh, I don't think it'll be I think it'll be a title match. I think
Very
AJ
well
is
could be.
retaining, and AJ and Nakamura will have their Mania match.
All right, does Bray eliminate Matt, or does Matt eliminate...
They don't
as Bray
even
got
see
the
each
win-
other. They don't even see each other.
What a waste that would be.
Well, there's a story now about Matt, too.
Oh, God, what?
He has started to convert via his Twitter from woken Matt Hardy to broken Matt Hardy.
Oh, so now he's...
There is a good chance that we start seeing the cynical side of broken Matt Hardy now.
Oh, we'll take it.
He's really started to really started to push that on Twitter over the last few days.
He retained the rights, so.
Yep.
Well, you know who I want to win the Royal Rumble this year? The guy who entered it first. Because WWE means walk with Elias.
Yeah, and you're going to be severely disappointed.
Because he's going to walk right over the fucking top rope.
It's probably going to beat
gonna be...
Santino's record.
No, if anything, they would do that to Aiden. I see English is getting the jobber spot. I see him singing to the ring, getting in the ring, and even if it might be like 10, 15 seconds, he'll stand in the middle of the thing and then he'll throw his ass. All right, surprises. Who we got? Who's going to show up?
Man, there are so many rumors and possibilities.
There's like
I had Bobby
120
Lashley
rumors.
in the thing, which Nakamura won on Fire Pro, defeating Bobby Lashley last.
Rumors are that EC3 will be there.
EC3 possibility.
EC3 is probably the highest possibility from the Impact levers.
Do you think he'll actually come in as EC3 or he'll come in as?
He
Derek
owns
Bateman?
the name, so.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah, but does WWE want him to own the name?
I think Triple H is open to it.
And also, like, the whole thing is that he was Dixie Carter's nephew or whatever.
Right, but he's established that name and kept it even when Impact had the outs with Dixie. So,
I mean, Dixie showed up on WWE Network now, so.
yeah, so I have a feeling that he will retain his name. I don't think that they'll put the Derek Bateman stigma back on him.
That would really make sense.
And no one's going to remember him because he was Derek Bateman on fucking Sci-Fi's NXT, which by the time that season came around, no one was watching anymore.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you really want hype, you want to use a guy who's probably got his name
Did
established.
he retain
already,
the
so.
song, though?
Probably not.
Well, then what the
not.
fuck use is he?
You think Miz is going to be in the Royal Rumble? I mean,
He's already declared.
Oh, he is actually in it. Okay.
Yeah.
So he'll be the new Intercontinental Champion, 8-time. And Roman's in there too, so there'll be an encounter between them.
More than likely.
Or they won't even see each other.
I think The Miz will be one of the guys who, like usual, lasts the longest.
Who else he got for surprises?
Well, as weird as it sounds, there still is an outlier's chance and a rumor grain of salt that Kenny Omega shows up.
He would have to have a private jet and everything go perfectly correct for him to make it to the Rumble.
Agreed.
Because he'd be literally working against the planet.
Like I said, there's
work
an outliers.
The main event of the
chance.
New Japan show, and then the main event of the WWE show later the same day.
Yeah, there's no
on the
way.
complete opposite side of the world.
But the Jericho possibilities are real because he did appear.
But Jericho will be performing that night, so I don't think he will be there.
Okay.
I think he's on tour.
Although on tour in America, so a higher probability than Kenny Omega.
Well, right, but he'll be probably on stage at the time Rumble is actually happening, because he's a headliner. So.
Yeah. So you're. All right. Well, we'll see. There's a lot to go on, and we are almost at an hour already.
Yep. So it's time to go right to points of consequences.
Yeah. So let's quickly talk about a couple other big pieces of news here. We'll get to the biggest piece. A couple of tidbits from Raw 25. One was a lot of criticism on the internet from the fans. They didn't think the show was very good. I think that mostly just goes to the fact that they didn't really feel like they utilized the Manhattan Center properly, and I would agree with that. I didn't think the show was bad. I didn't think it was like a blowaway or anything, but I do agree that they definitely did not utilize the Manhattan Center the best way they could have.
The unfortunate situation that the 25th anniversary of Raw was also the go-home show for a major pay-per-view.
Yeah, they really should have separated this.
I think what they should have done was done a special at the Manhattan Center, like on a Thursday or something, a 2-hour individual show.
Hey,
sold tickets to that.
Raw was 1 hour back then.
Even so, yeah.
Raw 5 matches for 3 hours, which was ridiculous.
What do y'all make of Undertaker's speech?
It's
Was
weird.
that truly a retirement speech, or?
There's one side of my brain believes one rumor, the other side of my brain believes the other. One rumor is that was his retirement speech, and it made virtually no sense. It was just kind of like a Bray Wyatt ramble.
They still say he's going to work with John Cena at WrestleMania. So
the other side of my brain says, or the other rumor that's going around is that wasn't the last you'll see of him. In fact, you'll be seeing more of him in the upcoming weeks. So I don't know. One thing I can say, he actually looked like he was in fairly decent shape.
Yeah.
Looked better than Vince did.
Yeah, Vince looked rough.
But
Even
then
taking
again,
that stunner looked rough.
But then again, if you saw Vince at the XFL announcement,
he looked terrible then too.
I didn't think he looked terrible at all.
I thought he finally looked like he was in his 70s.
Yes, he looks
sounded like it too.
He looks like he's getting older, but at least during the XFL thing, he looked like he actually got some sleep. He didn't have the bags under his eyes. Whereas when he was on Raw, he looked like he was like dragging his feet through it.
Just trying not to tear both quads at the same time.
And speaking of falling asleep,
apparently JR and Jerry Lawler, because of how boring the show was at the Manhattan Center.
There are pictures of them both eyes closed, heads down. They were both out.
They weren't asleep. They were trying.
Not good. Well, they tried it. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. They don't do it again, you know? Like,
I hope for their sake they never try this again.
Well, I just thought my idea
just went
was
all
better.
in and just done the Manhattan Center show.
Yeah.
You would have lost some money on the gate, but it's one out of 52.
But you probably would have killed in the ratings. Would have made up for it.
Yeah.
And then all the merch opportunities.
You know who wasn't at Raw 25? Hogan.
No, but you know he did say that early in the week. He was like, despite the rumors, I won't be at Raw 25. I don't think WWE even wants me to come back, but he would love, and he thinks he still has one more match in him, and he wants it to be against Vince.
God, that would.
He already had that match,
and it was terrible.
And I personally
it was like 16 years ago.
I can't possibly see Hogan getting back in the ring. I just it doesn't compute in my brain. It's like, dude, you've had both your hips replaced. Stay put.
I don't even want him to go into the ring to cut a promo.
Well, look at it this way. We always want at least something to be a contender for worst match of the year, so it'd be guaranteed that way.
Yeah, but I don't want it to be Hogan.
All right, we are approaching. Yeah, we're really killing on time right now. Holy crap! We're about at the 1 hour mark here, guys.
Well, wait till next week when we have to review all
reviewing all this stuff. Yeah. So there's a lot of rumors about Brock and Punk in UFC.
Yep.
Dana White wants CM Punk back for sure, and will give him another match. For Brock, he's absolutely open to him coming back. He says Brock loves to fight. His contract is up. Let's do this. So could the Raw after Mania, which is Brock's last show, could that be it? And he goes back.
No, last time
WrestleMania is going to be the big tell.
Well, the thing is he still has to serve out his suspension.
True.
And that would be like a year. Is Brock really going to take a year of not getting paid? I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
So I suspect he's not going to go back to the UFC and that he's going to continue with his select dates, high payday WWE job.
Yeah, I mean, I would.
Would
If I was making
shit.
that much money to virtually not work, of course I would take it. Quick little tidbits here. Samir Singh is injured. Torn ACL, no timetable. And Daniel Bryan will be announcing a new GM for 205 Live.
you might have to say that again because that came through awfully sketchy.
Daniel Bryan's announcing a new GM for 205 Live.
Yes.
All right, here's some positive news. All charges against Rich Swann have been dropped. We'll see if he's going to be coming back to TV as a result.
Yeah, that would be an interesting thing.
But charges, or should we say allegations, against Enzo Amore have resulted in his termination of his WWE contract. So basically, here's the story. I'm not going to get too into details here because we still have a lot to cover. We're running long. But here's the gist of it, guys. Enzo, back sometime in October 2017, had a rape accusation against him that was under investigation. He didn't break the story to WWE even though he knew about it. So they used that as the excuse to officially fire him with their zero tolerance policy. This is despite the fact that the person accusing him is sketchy at best. And that's being generous.
Yeah.
And Enzo is fully denying this. But again, this is, and there's people on YouTube who's claiming that, yep, this is a friend of mine. And yes, this is all false. She's just making it up. But again, I think they wanted an excuse to release him, and they got it.
Well, the thing is like, when one party has information that proves the fact that there was no rape involved,
yeah,
that in and of itself is very telling. The other side of it, is, it's just an allegation, and I understand that they wanted to get rid of him and they wanted to find some way. I don't know that, I just don't know that they went about it the right way.
Right. New Japan is sending Ray. God, I can't pronounce this one. Kawato. He's being sent out to hone his skills in Mexico.
He was like the number 2 young.
He was the number 2 young boy, the one who came up with Kitamura.
Which is what I like about the Japan system. It's like, hey, we let you come here, you young lion, for a year, and then we send you off to ROH or AAA or somewhere. You come back better, and then we start using you.
Yeah, because he's gonna create his gimmick while he's in Mexico. So
yeah,
I mean, Naito didn't do that exactly, but he got totally reinvented by going to Mexico.
Oh, he absolutely did. He hooked up with the Ingobernables, which actually was funny because this past week they've been doing the what the hell is it?
Fantastica Mania? Yeah.
Yes.
It's a CMLL show at Karukan Hall, helped put on by New Japan.
Yeah, so you had like kind of like a reunion between Naito and one of the dudes he used to run with in Mexico. And man, did they work well together. It was some hell of good matches. Nothing that I would say match of the year worthy without I'd have to go back and rewatch them when I can actually like watch them. But they were fairly good matches for what they were.
Yeah.
A lot of mixtures, a lot of CMLL and New Japan teams. So, good stuff.
So, I expect big things from Kawato out of this.
Agreed.
We'll see him another year or so.
Yeah, because Show and Yo were gone for 2 years.
It just depends how long it takes.
Yeah. So, best of luck to him.
I think WWE should do something like that with their like brand spanking new people that come to the Performance Center.
Yeah.
Send them to AAA for half a year or whatever.
I mean, they've got partnerships with a bunch of places. Don't they have partnerships with like Evolution and
Evolve?
And Evolution. Yeah, Evolve. You've got partnerships with Evolve and other such places. So
I think they probably had some. They had couple things with the UK promotions, right? Because they did full stuff with them for the UK tournament a year ago.
Yeah.
Well, like that's like I was about to say, like your brand spanking new people that you're like training there, send them off for a few months.
Agreed.
Send them somewhere.
And it would be in their best interest to do so.
Like I get, don't do that with Adam Cole, but when you pick up a former rugby player down in New Zealand, do it up.
Yeah. So, yeah. Looks like our fearless leader might be having some technical difficulties. So, we should probably move on to the new announcement for the year.
Oh yeah, I watched all but like the last 4 minutes of this.
I watched all of it just because it happened to start right as my workday was ending, and by the time my computer was shut down, I was, more than halfway through it, so I was like, screw it, I'll just sit here and finish it. So basically the gist of it is this. Vince McMahon owns Alpha Entertainment, and they've decided we're bringing the XFL back.
Yeah.
So, all right, not necessarily the choice that I would make, but they, nonetheless. So the return date is listed for 2020.
Yes. To give them time to figure things out.
I don't care. I'm excited.
Yeah.
I want the XFL back.
I'll pass my official judgment after I see the first game. Right now, I'm not too high on it because I remember how much of a shit show the original was, and I hated it.
Okay. Well, I'm glad we're finally at this point. And we're running super late on time, and I'm having technical issues, so we're not covering Impact this week. Sorry, Impact fans. Impact's out. Throwing that out there. I'm making the executive decision because I'm not having my computer crash and have to still go back and cover that crap. Genesis happened, and it sucked, basically.
Pretty much.
All right. Here's what I rewatched the 30 for 30 special last night. And the main reason I wanted to rewatch it was because of all the stuff that they talked about and a lot of the errors they made the first time around and how they're going to change it. The first big change is that last time they basically said, hey, in a year we're going to do this, and then barely started anything like until 6 months out. And training camps lasted for maybe like 3 months, if even. Maybe I'm being generous there. I mean, they had no time to prepare for this. They were just like, hey, we're going to do this, and we're going to promote it, and it's going to be gimmicky, and they didn't focus on the actual games, and that's what hurt them in the long run, because the games themselves were bad. That's the big thing. This time around, they're planning it in advance. They're giving some time.
But
they have like no plan. That's why they have 2 years.
Yeah, they've got nothing in place right now.
Right.
They don't have teams. They don't have deals with stadiums.
They don't even know what the rules are going to be. They just know they're going to be different.
So they're definitely going to need a lot of time to get there. I just don't know if it's... I honestly believe... Well, and like I said, I'll pass my real judgment in 2020 after the first game. But I think they're going to fall back into the same rut they had the first time. The game is just going to be a big, giant shit show, and nobody's going to know what the fuck is going on.
Although their second game was actually very good. But then that screwed up Saturday Night Live, and that created a lot of...
So we'll keep going through some of the bullet points that Vince gave us.
All right.
They plan on listening to the fans.
Yeah, they do that so well.
He basically said, we want to hear what you guys want to see, and we will do what you guys want.
Well, what I want is none of the gimmick crap that they tried last.
Well, we'll get to that.
On the football. Yeah.
So, given the fact that Vince is not good at listening to the fans in WWE, I really take that part with a real grain of salt.
Well, Vince also said this might be the last time you see him with anything to do with XFL.
Correct, but we have no idea who he's going to be putting in charge either. It could just be another yes man.
Could be.
But Vince hates yes men. So says a yes man. On a documentary. Thing you don't know about Mr. McMahon.
They still have the 40-man roster, 8 teams, 10 games, 4 teams semifinal, 1 championship. That's not changing.
Nope, That's staying the same. The
And
game
if
is
they're
going to
doing 8 teams, I'm assuming they're going to try to do the same 8.
Nope.
The same.
They don't.
Nope.
No.
They
thing.
said it. They may use some of the same names that they used previously, but right now all the cards are on the table. It could be a complete 100% change. It's all going to depend.
They're still bringing him back in the no football gap, which is smart.
Yes. Yeah, they want to make sure that, because Vince said it. He's like, there's 7 months without NFL on TV. So we want to fill in the gap.
There's no effect from WWE from Vince,
right,
and no crossover either.
And their plan for release is going to be on everything: TV, mobile, computer, domestic, international.
They said anything is possible.
Yeah. So their plan is to be able to release it so that everybody can watch it.
No franchises, single entity ownership.
Yep.
Just like last time.
Which is good.
And nothing to do with politics or social issues, which I'm 100% behind. But then he also was like, everyone has to stand for the national anthem. And it's just like, well, you're kind of sort of involving politics that way.
Well, no, because it's going to be laid out in the rules. If it's written in the rules, that's the rules, period. You don't like it, don't play here. Simple as that.
Game rules will be simplified. We'll see about that.
Yep, that's what they say now.
That's what they're saying. They're saying, because right now the NFL is, a complete shit show of.
They got a big issue with the catch rule.
And, there's like obscure rules, there's clear-cut rules, and there's thousands of them. They want to cut.
Yeah, I like the fact that they want to make the game shorter, because God, sometimes watching the last 2 minutes of a friggin' headache inducement.
Well, there's going to be no halftime, so that's going to cut out a half hour right there.
You don't really need a halftime.
So, that cuts off a half hour of game time. And then it's really going to depend. Are they still going to do 15-minute quarters? Is the clock just going to continue to run despite the fact that somebody ran out of bounds? Who the hell knows?
Yeah. Nicknames on jerseys, they better allow them.
Chances.
I want them back.
My guess is going to say that's not going to stay.
No, I still think it will, because I think
other sports are allowing it now. Mainstream sports are allowing it now. Oh, soccer has always allowed it.
That turned into a big fucking shit show, and I actually don't want to see that.
And now for the one thing that I want most. No criminals are allowed to play, because that's a huge issue with professional sports in general. All the crimes that these friggin' idiots commit.
Yep. If you have a bad criminal history, if you got nailed for speeding or something, I'm sure.
Yeah, that's different. That's different. That's a misdemeanor.
But if you got a DUI,
if you murder or rape somebody or make your dogs fight,
right? You have a DUI or drug charges, you're not going to be allowed to play. There's a lot of that I definitely agree with.
All right, XFL's back. See how that goes.
But also not back for another 2 years and like a month.
Yeah. All right, guys. As you guys know, we do have a Patreon. Keep the show running. Shout out to Andrew Whitaker for his donations, and shout out to Jeff Trelowitz and Jay Winger for giving us segments. Also, shout out to Jason Cantwell of CHMR's Ring Rust. This week's CKCC shout-outs for the Club Kayfabe creative community. Big shout-out to Jason Cantwell show CHMR's Ring Rust. Now, he's the exception to the main rule, which is basically that I don't allow really copyrighted stuff on this channel when we start trying to launch more, because I don't want to have to run into those issues. But because he runs through an actual radio station, he's kind of immune to that, and that kind of helps. We'll see how that works for the future, but CHMR's Ring Rust plays a lot of wrestling music. If you guys like that stuff, you can tune in. I think it's only about an hour show. I'm sorry, I really don't have a lot of time to listen that often, and I've caught a couple here and there.
Plus, he podcasts it out the next day.
He does podcast it out the next day, so if you can't listen live, you do have that option here. And of course,
it is on a radio station in
Canada.
Yeah.
college radio station in Canada. And Jason Cantwell does use his ultimate gimmick name, which of course is Mark Jabroni. As a lot of you guys used to know him as Mark Jabroni before Facebook got on the real name police. So shout out to CHMR's Ring Rust on the CKCC Spotlight. We'll do another one next week till we cover all of them. And I'm getting some new people joining, so they might get shout outs soon too. But for your top Patreon donators, if you guys give us money, you get your segment. For Jeff Trelowitz, he picks somebody who's not in the WWE Hall of Fame. We're going to discuss if they should be in. And this week is an active roster member in Rhino. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, just based on the fact that he was basically the Brock Lesnar of ECW, I think that he was the most dominant champion that ECW ever had. When he was in his prime,
Dominant champion. He was champion the last day of its existence.
he was.
He's undefeated. He hasn't lost the title yet. It's been 17 years.
He was.
Jesus Christ! It's been 17 years.
He was like the legit badass, like the guy that you looked at and went, "Yeah, I don't want to fight him."
Oh, and then when he was like, "Sandman, I can smell your wife's gash."
Yep. All right, so I think we're all in agreement there.
For his ECW stuff, yeah, but then 20 other ECW guys should come before him.
Agreed.
I
still think Raven should go in before he does.
But whatever.
All right. So yeah, here's another big thing going on here. Jay Winger, Positivity Zone, and my turn. So I've been having some technical issues this show, and that's mostly because the computer I'm using, which I built in January 2011, to date it a little bit, it's on its last legs. It's done. It is ready to die. It is. And my new computer has passed its quality assurance test from MyBuyPower, and I'm super excited to get my new powerful machine. So right now, I am hating this computer, hating it with a passion. I'm not even sure what I'm going to do with it. I'm probably going to ceremoniously burn it or do an Office Space style montage of destroying it.
Just keep like the two parts that are worth keeping.
Yeah, exactly. That said, I will say something positive. This has been a machine. It's the first machine I truly built myself. I'm very proud of the work I did to it. I'm very, very happy with everything it has done. It has helped me launch this podcast. It helped me launch the CKCC. So I can't say enough positive things about what it has done for me. It's just that it's time to go.
Yeah.
All right. So with that said, WWE does have an official page, and Dan is now choosing one comment a week.
Oh no, not this
He's
week.
going to tell you. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, this week.
Okay.
Today, but not today, but today. It's Republic Day in India.
I already know where this is going.
So they posted about it. Hey, happy Republic Day, people that are in India. So we got comments. You should have posted this on the 25th, because your 25th is our 26th. So, yeah, by the time they said Happy Republic Day in India, it wasn't Republic Day in India anymore.
That's amazing. That's fantastic.
Oops.
We want HBK in Royal Rumble. Please, Triple H, sir, please do it. You are one person that do it.
Okay.
Okay, sure.
Our next comment is, fan you!
Wow. Okay. Dan, you too.
Fan you too. And our last comment is, Happy Rusev Day.
Aw.
And happy Rusev Day to you.
And happy Rusev Day to you.
Are you having a bully day?
Well, I want to see what Vince Googled this week, because he Googled a lot of stuff. You guys ready?
He did.
He Googled Best of the Kiss My Ass Club. He Googled Rob Bartlett contact info. And he also Googled Damian Demento contact info.
He main evented the first Raw.
Because it's Raw 25, he Googled, is Raw too old for Jerry Lawler?
Oh, shit.
Points. And an earmark.
He Googled the Raw 25 pre-show, what the hell is Fink doing, with pictures of Peter Rosenberg. How to pretend you recognize returning employees. He Googled, what the fuck is GoFundMe? Because they did that thing with the plaque where they're like, we did a GoFundMe.
Looks awfully cheap.
How to kill Raw 25 by the second. When did I turn Roman heel? What the fuck are the fans in the Manhattan Center doing right now?
Sleep.
You should ask Maurice because he was there. He traveled from his home in Chicago.
So they did the Revival and Balor Club quick match in the Manhattan Center, and he Googled, who the fuck are these four jobbers main eventing Raw 25?
Oh, no.
Manhattan Center, did I book a wrestler named Refund? Of course, he retweeted, he hate me contacted because of the XFL. Then he Googled, have I ever slept?
Have I ever slept?
He Googled how to get non-wrestling people to believe my bullshit.
Oh, God.
Wrestling people.
And
don't
then-
believe it.
He Googled how to make an announcement while providing. And that concludes that. All right, we ready for the final segment finally?
It's about that time, isn't it?
All right, let's do this.
All right. So, this week, we had a Royal Rumble themed game.
Yes. This is my idea.
And all right. So, the rules were one and done is in effect. Talent must be active and available. No dead people, no crippled people. They must be able to perform. Male,
Right, that was
female,
the thing.
didn't matter. They just must be active and available. And I also said
Right.
no retired people.
Well, yeah, like Hogan would be a bad choice because I don't think he could do it.
Right. And
All right.
I did specify can be from any company, so that left it nice and wide open for everybody. So, used our examples that you and I talked about. Cesaro comes out as Hitler, or Cesaro comes out as a dentist.
Yeah.
Gave them Dan's tips and let him go.
Well, nobody ever listens to Dan's tips.
I give the best tips too. Like seriously, especially my newest tip.
I started off with the rules and I ended off with the most important one. Read the fucking rules.
All right, I'm ready. Let's do this.
Entry number 1.
Are you keeping track again? You're just gonna send me the.
Yeah, I'm keeping
All
track. The only week I won't keep track is when I'm doing the scoring.
Right, but then I'm keeping track anyway because he's reading your.
Exactly.
Alrighty.
All right, entry number 1. Scott Steiner returns using a Dean Douglas the Genius style gimmick.
All right, that's pretty funny. Is this Scott Steiner in a graduation gown?
He's just
Or
wearing the
right-
cap.
Or riding on a Segway.
So he's just a math teacher?
Yeah, he is a math
That's-
teacher. All the math was correct in that promo. Just the going above 100% chance of winning.
I have no chance of doing a Steiner this week, so yeah.
That is points to Tom Stank.
You don't have a chance of doing a Steiner any other week.
No, I really don't. I RIP every week.
Okay. Bear with me on this one. I'm gonna try. Using a flamboyant Velveteen Dream-esque gimmick, I give you the phenomenally fabulous AJ Styles.
Oh my god. He's really putting that soccer mom hair to use now.
Yeah. I want to speak to the manager.
All right, that might have won. If it was AJ Styles as a middle-aged lady asking to speak to the manager, that might have won the whole game. Like I wouldn't even want to listen to any other entries. But this is funny, and I will give it points.
That is points to Jay Winger. We have Enzo Amore as himself.
No, that's not even. You're not even trying.
No
points.
No points to Image.
And that was entered before everything happened.
Yep.
Yeah, but it's still no.
All right. Gallows and Anderson come out as Lewis and Gilbert.
Lewis and Gilbert.
Nerds,
yeah. But I don't like the fact that they're using a tag team. I know that sounds kind of picky.
It's every man for himself in the Rumble.
I don't know. I'm not digging it. I'm going to have to say no points.
No points. Mike Simsack.
Entry didn't have a leg to stand on.
Yeah, well, womp.
Next up, Vince, the ever manic, cuts into Matt Hardy's creative control and tells him to go out there in a tree costume and call himself Oaken Matt Hardy.
It's like told a whole story about Vince backstage changing his gimmick.
No.
No points to Shady Nassif. Our next up, Hornswoggle enters as Giant Gonzalez.
So he's just wearing a little tiny, like, airbrush.
Yeah,
That's what I envision.
All right, so we've seen Hornswoggle next to Kali. I want to know the tallest wrestler ever. I wish we could have seen him stand next to him. Just like up to his waist.
Not even that.
Kneecap, like. Hey. I like Hornswoggle as Giant. Gonna get points.
So that is points to Dan Peck, group admin.
By the way, that had 10 positive reactions last I checked.
11 last
11,
I saw.
ooh, which was the most.
Yes, it was.
So
I was the people's choice. I was the people's choice.
Do I ever pick the people's choice?
Rarely. Very rarely. All right, moving on. The Great Khali enters as an English teacher.
All right, there we go. All right, that makes me happy. I was hoping. After hearing that Steiner thing. That's an earmark.
Points earmarked to Siobhan.
Oh, the comeback kid.
Next up, Heath Slater comes out as someone anyone takes seriously.
Oh, come on. I know what you're going for, but come on, gimmicks, people. No points.
No points. Steve Gears. Next up, Brock Lesnar is repackaged as Hank Hill's son, Bobby.
Bobby Lesnar?
That boy ain't
you
right.
what. That boy ain't right.
He's talking about sending fools to Suplex City.
Damn it, Brocky.
Oh, and then he was like, I don't know you. That's my purse.
I like this. That's getting points.
That is points to Dan Dahl. Next up, Jinder Mahal. Jinder Mahal as a tech support scammer.
Jesus. Well, accurate. Racist.
My name is the modern day Mike.
So are we giving that full points?
So was he just Steve?
Yeah, he's like, Mike. I am the modern day Mike.
I will give this points and racist points.
So points and 0.
Yes, exactly. So 100
just
points.
100 points. Adrian Cotton.
Adrian.
No,
That's
he's
racist.
Jake from State Farm.
Next up, Jeff Hardy enters as a fireman, gets eliminated, and comes back as a veterinarian, gets eliminated again, and comes back as a drug dealer.
Really? You had to try to go for all that? No. No, no points.
My house.
Well, that aside, he's also injured and not active and not available.
Well, then he's out. Then no points.
No points.
Also, wasn't funny.
to
So that
the man who can't well.
But thanks for the shout outs every week.
So that was the first of the rule breakers. Next up,
Watch Jeff Hardy show up in the Rumble and Cantwell's gonna be like, "Give me half points."
well, he still, as of the time that this game ended, he was still on the injured list and inactive.
Oh, time out. I said no points because it wasn't. It had nothing to do with Jeff Hardy could make a comeback right now, and it doesn't matter.
Never mind.
Don't stick
Moving
it up
on.
for Cantwell.
Not-
Love you, buddy. Thanks for the shout out.
Moving on. Ricochet comes out as the Irish aerialist, Rick O'Shea.
Okay, see, I would have found this funny if Kayfabe News already do this, and we had already done this exact same joke
For like 2 years now.
2 years. So
Maybe even longer.
I'm gonna. You get appreciate the effort points,
which are worth nothing.
0.
0 points to the trash can man.
Trash can. You've been listening. And plus, that Kayfabe News article was in Club Kayfabe, so I don't want to hear it.
Next up, Cheeseburger comes out as Steve Urkel.
That's pretty funny. I'll give that points.
He could totally pull that off.
Yeah, he could.
100 points, Michael
Y'all
Vaughn.
have any cheeseburgers?
Now, here's the thing. I kind of think that improves his gimmick, actually. Because Cheeseburger is so goddamn stupid,
Yeah,
but he's a good worker.
He is so fucking over when he goes to Japan.
His gimmick name is based because when he first started training at the ROH dojo, they're like, "Motherfucker, you need to eat cheeseburger."
And he also comes to the ring in Japan throwing out cheeseburgers to the crowd.
See, I like that because I'm fat. I like cheeseburger.
Well, I guess that's the irony of it all.
I want a cheeseburger right now, actually.
I want the freaking
All
tacos that I've been waiting for.
Let's keep on rolling.
Yes.
Jason Jordan comes out as Antonio Figueroa.
Why is Jason Jordan coming out as Antonio?
I don't know.
Of all the people you could have played. All right, I don't understand this connection, and if this is just a way to get an Antonio joke in here, it failed. The joke was bad, and you should feel bad. No point.
No points. Adam Mason.
We're also weaning off.
Oh wait, he's a new member, so he probably just tried to do it as a lark. Okay, so no burial to Adam, but no points.
Even though my win last couple weeks ago was an Antonio joke, we are trying to wean off of the Antonio joke teat.
Well, here's the thing: if you're a newer member, until you really antiquated with what he was, and we really are downgrading him a lot. I understand why he went for it. I'm not faulting him for that, but he's not part of that crowd, so it's just what it is. All right, what's the next
That's like
one?
the episode where Andy's like, "Fired guy," and then and Kevin's like, "You weren't here for that."
Yeah, true. I just rewatched that whole series.
All right. Bo Dallas as a guy with no self-esteem.
What the fuck does that mean? A guy with no self-esteem. He's not doing that gimmick. Oh my god. Do these people not understand how I wanted this game to work? No points.
No points to Jason Chin.
Somebody who doesn't even know it's not his gimmick anymore.
Also, that was Shin's entry? So he was
Yeah.
just trying to bury Bo Dallas. Get the hell out of here.
Next, Big Cass steals Billy Gunn's tights and comes out as big ass man.
That's kind of funny, but I'm pretty sure Cass wouldn't be eligible. Right?
As
Isn't
far
that
as
part
I
of the
know,
thing?
he's still hurt.
I think he's still hurt, yeah.
Yep.
So, on a technicality, I cannot award.
No points to Alan Craig. Next up,
Watch him show up.
Jey
someday.
Uso as Jimmy.
Like I know the difference. I still can't tell them apart.
I love when
That's
there used to be
points.
like, oh, blah blah blah. One has a tattoo on his chest, and then the other one got a tattoo on his chest.
Now they both have tattoos.
Yeah,
so.
their tattoos are different though. Like they look similar, but you can see the differences in them. So once they tell you which ones are which, then you can be like, oh, well, that one's Jimmy and that one's Jay.
This one gets day one-ish points.
100 points. Jeffy Trail, group admin.
Day one is H.
His age.
Next up, we have Eric Rowan comes out as Tarnation, the Haitian sensation, escorted by his manager Luke Harper, now known simply as Massa.
No points. No points.
No points. Ryan O'Regan.
Starting to wonder if this game was a bad idea. I feel like I've buried a lot of people.
It happens.
Well, you know what? If
Next
people
up,
don't get buried, then what's the point of the game? Because then everyone is in first or second place.
that's true.
Which is funny because I'm pretty sure the last two guys awarded points.
We did.
Yeah, you did. In fact, Glenn, I'm pretty sure you only buried like whatever.
Yeah.
Y'all
Anyway,
y'all can be as if you want. It's fine.
moving on.
No, you're just being an asshole.
Glacier loses a lot of muscle mass and is repackaged. He now comes out as Mr. Freezemeister.
Freezemeister. I like this for the Glacier reference. Also, he's working again.
Are they?
He is.
Did they mess up Cold Miser?
Maybe. Not sure.
All right, I'm going to give this 50 points because the Glacier reference made me pop. Also, if anybody references Glacier next week, you'll probably get buried, so don't.
Well, it's me next week. So.
I'm not really sure where or next time I play. So I'm not really sure where else you were going with this, but you might have to explain. But I'll give you 50.
50 points to Russell Wright. Next up, Kenny Omega comes out as Dave Meltzer.
It was him all along.
So he's just awarding himself 6-star matches now. Oh yeah, that's an earmark.
Points earmark to Farron Tebow.
Was that my first earmark?
Yeah.
Second.
Oh, did I do an earmark?
Yep.
Okay, I don't even remember. We'll go back to it when we get there.
Next up, we have Charlotte Flair comes out as Daenerys Targaryen.
You know what? That's kind of what I was going for game. So I'm going to give you points.
That is points to Mike Underwood.
However, because you picked God, I sound like such an ass for saying it. Because you picked an ugly girl to play a girl that I have a humongous crush on. And so is my wife too, because she loves Daenerys. If this had been Bliss, you may have won. Or Liv, because Liv is smoking too. Bliss or Liv or Mandy Rose, but you had to go with Charlotte. Ugh, this the face, just ugh. I don't like her face because it's got too much of Rick in it. Ugh. Ugh.
And that's the way the news goes.
Hey, points or consequences, players. How come nobody has referenced player yet? Get on that. Maybe for the next time we play a game. Now we'll really see who pays attention to the show.
All right. Next up, Hulk Hogan comes out as Ron Jeremy.
Oh, that's funny, but Hogan wouldn't be eligible for this, so You made me pop, so I'll give you 50.
Oh, 50 points. Don Mario.
Arbitrary.
The
rules,
reference made
arbitrary.
me pop, but Hogan's technically not available, so he can't give.
Our next entry. Kevin Owens comes out as Pugsley Adams.
That's funny. And I've seen that picture too, where they did the it was Pugsley and Wednesday. And then it was Kevin Owens and Paige. And it's like, look, they've all grown up. That was hilarious. I shared that a while back. That was a funny picture. I like this. That's points. That's definite points.
Points, Tom Dickinson. Next up, Nia Jax comes out like most girls.
Wow.
She's just like most girls.
that kind of goes against what I'm going for here. But because you made me pop, you're going to get 50 points.
Basic bitch Nia
Fin-
Jax.
That would be amazing. All right, here's the thing. If you had gone specific like that, you might have actually gotten an earmark.
Come
What's
October,
that?
she always has a freaking pumpkin spice latte.
Pumpkin spice latte.
You never see her without a pumpkin spice latte in her hand for 3 months a year.
Oh my god.
That
That's
is
great.
50 points to Robert Aiken.
She wrestles in
now I
Ugg
can't-
boots.
And now I can't. I almost want to go back and give this more points because Dan made it better, but I can't because it's not Dan's entry.
Because I made it better.
Our next entry up. Asuka comes out to the ring as Videl.
Ah, Videl. Why Videl though?
I don't know, because they kind of look similar.
Do they?
Kinda.
I have no idea what the fuck this is.
It's a Dragon Ball Z
Ball Z.
character. Sit your ass out.
Okay. Never make a Dragon Ball Z. Don't make an anime reference at all when I'm in charge of points.
And on top of that, Videl is actually kind of the badass woman of the women fighters.
I guess so, but I'm not really feeling this entry. So I'm gonna have to say no points.
That's no points to me.
Ah,
You suck.
well,
I
maybe
am
you
now the highest scoring host of the show.
Maybe you should have read Dan Peck's pro tips.
Well, I was trying to go for I was trying to go for something that would actually be a thing.
Oh boy,
Something that could
there's fire.
actually work.
I sense fire over there.
Anyway,
Now he's gonna get mad for every single entry I give for.
why? I don't give a shit.
I know.
I mean, we're not winning.
The reality is we can't win.
We could if everybody sucked that bad.
And so far everyone's sucking bad enough.
Our next entry up. Rusev enters repackaged as Zangief from Street Fighter.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
And he dances with
I
Gorbachev
love
when
it.
he wins.
And I am like Aiden. Aiden English, why must you be like good guy? Then I have moment of clarity.
I could totally see Rusev trying to pull off the 360 pile
Oh
driver.
my god, I freaking love that they put Zangief in Wreck-It Ralph. It's like if Zangief is good guy, who will crush men's skull like sparrow's egg between thighs? This is points.
That is points to Joshua Vargason. Next up we have Vince McMahon, not understanding Finn Balor, sends him out as the Kiss Demon.
Alright. This kind of goes against what I'm going for again. But because that's really funny. Wrong demon. I'm gonna let this get full points, but you can't get any more than that. Like that might have been good enough to earmark if it was just Finn as the Kiss Demon. Or Finn as any of the Kiss singers.
That is full points, Joe Mad Dog Needle.
The spaceman. The cat.
Star Child.
Who wants to be Peter Criss? No one wants to be Peter Criss. Not even Peter Criss.
Next up we have Kevin Nash pushing terrible diet pills as Dr. Oz.
Okay. All right. I get it.
It was
Dr. Oz.
Oz.
Because he was Oz. I get it. And I'll give it point. No, actually, sorry. I'm going to give it halvesies because it's,
Nash,
yeah, I'll give it halvesies.
Nash can't work.
Yeah, he's
Yeah, no, yeah, there you go.
he just had his knee replaced.
Dr. Oz made me pop enough. So, take your 50 and go.
50 points. Luke Furden?
Furden, yeah. Luke Furden, yeah, that's an old-timey name for me. That goes back to my World Star Wrestling days. Who's a local fan that would come out to our shows that knew the Shin crew.
I'm
Nice
sorry.
guy.
All right, next up.
Yeah, we all are.
With a Reno 911 inspired outfit, James Ellsworth debuts his new gimmick, Big Hog Man.
Oh, dear Lord.
Oh, Hogsworth.
That's pretty funny. That gets points.
Points. Steve and Arthur.
That was like the start of the Daniel Bryan don't give a fuck movement.
And we are officially at the Chase Owens countdown.
Wow, we're almost at an hour. We're after an hour 45 minutes. All right, let's do this. Let's see if we can keep it below an hour 50.
First of the CO. Matt Stryker returns to play the role of Eugene.
Why?
Because Matt Stryker's really smart. Eugene's really dumb.
So he's gonna play a dum dum.
And he's also a really good hand, and he's just gonna become a gimmick.
Yeah,
Just like
yeah, but
Nick
I'm not
Dinsmore.
really feeling it though. I'm gonna have to say no points.
No points. John Salinas.
Sorry, bro.
Buried.
I tried to help pitch your idea.
Next up we have Booker T comes out as Whoopi Goldberg.
Oh my God, points.
Points. Randy Moyer.
That's fucking awful.
Next we have Steve Austin comes out as the Vine Master, a wine-drinking, tough-debating, surly old boy.
Nice reference to the wine stuff, but Austin can't compete. You're out. No points.
No points. Matt Hardman.
He definitely can't take the top rope bump.
Jeez. Sorry, Matt.
Penultimate entry. Toriano Yano comes out as Kim Jong-un.
Wow. I could see that.
Because if anybody could pull it off, he could.
It's more than a they all look the same thing because they actually kind of look the same.
They
really do. I saw this entry. I looked at two pictures and went, "Holy shit!"
That's an earmark.
That is points and an earmark to my brother Keith.
My God, I can picture it.
And our final entry. Shawn Michaels enters as the Eye Doctor, Lazy Eye Larry.
Technically retired, but also technically available because he could.
He can go.
So I'll give it 50.
50 points to the homeless one. And then there were a bunch of entries. You can go look them up if you
Yeah, I'm
want.
sure there are.
Actually, there was one I wanted to read because there was one I thought was fucking hilarious.
All right, I'll hear it.
And this is only hilarious because of what it is. Xavier Woods comes out as Twilight Sparkle from My Little Pony.
I don't know My Little Pony, so you lost me on that one.
Just one of the ponies.
the main
I've seen
pony.
pictures of it, and given the fact that he runs around with unicorns, I thought it was kind of funny.
Oh, okay. Well, it wouldn't have gotten points, so.
Yeah. Otherwise, there were a bunch in here that were like,
Always
stuff
are.
that we know.
Read me back my earmarks again.
Earmark number 1. The Great Khali enters as an English teacher.
Yep, that was funny.
Earmark number 2 was Kenny Omega comes out as Dave Meltzer.
Yep, that was good.
And
then I remember the
3,
last one was others.
Yano comes out as Kim Jong-un.
All right, I want Un and Kali to get bonus 25. Kenny Omega.
All right, 25. Where the hell was Omega? There it is. So the winner is Farron.
That was fucking hilarious. Kenny Omega's Dave Meltzer.
Mamma mia.
All right, guys. Well, this was a really long show, but we somehow kept it under 2 hours. I don't know how. There's so much going on. Join us next week when we review the crap out of all the stuff that we just talked about. And Dan can put on the sunglasses. I'm off for the next 2 weeks.
Yep.
Put the sunglasses on.
So enjoy the Royal Rumble. Enjoy the historic ever Women's Royal Rumble. Enjoy the Royal Rumble Side Club Kayfabe, which will be rolling for
If I can
tomorrow.
enjoy
So if you freaking
Women's
people will get on it and figure out if you're going to play or not. As for the rest of you, we wish you all the best. Have a good weekend.
Happy
From
Rusev
Club
Day.
Kayfabe. Happy Rusev Day, and enjoy New Japan Takeover and the Rumble. We out. Deuces.
Later.
Bye.
I'm doing the deuces sign, and no one yet.
That's because we're not visual yet.
I also did that too, but whatever. Bye.